And then the fifth one, can the Christian faith be supported by historical inquiry? And, as we mentioned, while evidentialists tend to make confident and even enthusiastic use of science and apologetics, most of them base their apologetic primarily and in some cases exclusively on historical evidence, right? This is, we might say, where the evidentialists shine in this particular area with regard to historical inquiry, right? So in their view, the Christian faith, in its essence, involves belief that God has done certain things in history for our salvation, specifically in the death and resurrection of Jesus.
Right. Exactly. That's the one that they're known for. So they're going to hit it. Well, they admit that historical knowledge as such can never rise above probability, but contend that this is so with all knowledge of matters of fact. Yet we base life and death decisions on such knowledge every day. Can you prove to me that the water you're drinking that comes out of your tap isn't poison? Well, if you wait until you have the necessary means to negate all poisons, then you're either going to be very thirsty or you're going to be winding up on the floor with your kidneys screaming at you. Furthermore, they argue that there is plenty of evidence for the historicity of the central events of the Christian faith. So you might hear the term kind of minimal facts or even maximal facts, depending on Habermas or the McGrews, to name a couple. And so those tend to be the ones that are put forth, and the kind of popular books might contend for those a little bit. In fact, if you didn't get lost in the minutia of all my book reviews, I did a review of William Lane Craig's the historical evidences for the crucifixion, death, and resurrection of Jesus in one of his books. In fact, Josh McDowell one as well that I didn't find as favorable, but that's just more format than content. So you can check that out as well.
All right. And then finally, the sixth meta-apologetic question, it says that how is our knowledge of Christian truth related to our experience, right? So how is experience in Christianity and our knowledge of Christianity related to one another? And the evidentialists recognize, our book tells us, that people have religious experiences. Personal subjective experiences are meaningful or helpful, though, only to the persons experiencing them, right? So if we are to commend the truth of Christianity to people, evidentialists conclude that we must appeal to publicly accessible facts. Testimonies of changed lives may help people see that Christianity is not only about events in the past, but the evidence that demands a verdict is to be found in history, right? So yes, they acknowledge experience, they acknowledge religious experience, but obviously they want to focus on the facts, right? The evidence that that Christianity is true.
Right. It's nice that you were, shown the light and everything like that, and you had this epiphany that changed your lifestyle. But we need to get down to the brass tacks where we can point everybody to and say, this is a more universal concept of a truth. Although helpful for you or maybe other people around you, or even those who are convinced by personal stories, that's not exactly what they're looking for.